As the thumbnail stated, the weirdest dish I've made. Well, at least so far. I wanted to move away from the regular soup with your pigtail or stew peas, so I tried currying my pigtail. And I wasn't disappointed. No, I wasn't. First off, I removed my pigtail from my package, and this is supposed to be rinsed and also soaked. Now, if you know pigtail, sorry, you know it has a lot of salt. So I would recommend that when you're using your pigtail, you soak overnight, but I didn't. I just soaked for a few hours. So rinse, as I said before, and then remove that water, rinse again, and also soak, add your water and soak for a few hours. Then you're going to remove your pigtail from the water and cut into small pieces. I recommend that you boil your pigtail to help to remove the excess salt from it, especially if you do not soak overnight. So you boil, pour that water, discard of it, and you are going to boil that for about 2 times, or just observe how white your water is. That tells you how much salt is in it. Then it's time to add our oil to our pot, then our curry, and also some seasonings, which is just garlic, pimento, and a few pieces of ginger. Toss that around, and then it's time to add our pigtail. Of course, drop a piece of pepper in there. Pepper and curry, perfect. Add our pigtail, stir that in, let that the curry flavor seep into your meat. Yes, and I covered this and let it simmer for about 2 minutes. Then I added some water because we're going to slow cook this. And remember, when you're cooking your meat, it's always best to use hot water to cook your meat. You can pressure if you choose to, but slow cooking works perfect because sometimes when you pressure, it gets too soft. Of course, we're going to be chopping some seasonings and scallion, garlic, hot pepper, onion, and thyme. That's perfect. Smells great, tastes great. It helps to enhance the flavor of your food. Guys, if it's the first time you're being here, thank you so much for being here. If you've been here before, thank you so much for being back. Added some powdered seasoning to my pot and toss that around before adding our herb seasoning. Now you're going to be adding your seasoning like halfway through the cook time, depending on how tender your meat is. So you add your seasonings, and then you're gonna allow this also to simmer before you add your broad bean. And after you added your broad bean, then that's just it. It's not a very hard meal to prepare. It just takes patience because sometimes your pigtail can be harder than expected. So you have to keep adding your water, keep slow cooking. Then you add your broad bean and your dish is completed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that post notification bell so whenever I upload you'll be notified, and leave me a comment. I'd appreciate that. Help the algorithm go for my videos, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to add more pepper because pepper complements curry. Bye.